What is up guys, Chris here and welcome to a new Call of Duty Ghosts Top 5. Today we're looking at the top 5 worst guns in the game, and this one was actually really difficult to pick. Because many of the guns were really good. I actually enjoyed using quite a few of the guns on this list. No, I'll take that back. Because Call of Duty Ghosts gun balance was very good, and even a few of these guns on this list was actually viable options in multiplayer. And I would say that they're probably the worst guns in multiplayer, but they were viable options, which just says a lot. This list was actually a lot more difficult to put together than you would expect, because a few of these guns on this list were actually quite decent in multiplayer. I would consider them viable options. Definitely not the best guns in the game, that's why they're on this list and not the best guns list. But I often picked these guns up and did well with them, and that just goes to show how Infinity Ward actually nailed the gun balance. And for that reason I had to put on two secondaries here. And I'd say these are the two worst secondaries. You could argue there should be others, but I've decided to put only two because it would be kind of obvious that the secondaries wouldn't be as powerful as the primaries. Let's get into it. At number 5 is the CBJ-MS. This is a gun I really enjoyed using. Put on a silencer and extended max on this gun and you could wreck people if you couldn't control the recoil. I love this gun, however it was definitely the weakest submachine gun. It was more of a trolley gun. Like, if you wanted to do well with a bad gun, you would pick the CBJ-MS because people never used it and they didn't really know exactly how good it was. Obviously it was a weaker SMG, but definitely not a bad SMG. In spite of that, it's number 5 on the list. There's really no other guns that could make it here, but again that just goes to show how good the gun balance was. Number 4 is the SVU. This gun was really good actually, but the fire rate was so low that it just didn't fit my playstyle at all. When I picked up this gun, I would go into a more conservative playstyle and often do really well. I actually had 43% accuracy or something like that with this gun and a 2.5 KD, so it was definitely not bad, just didn't fit my playstyle at all, and I think that was the case with a lot of people. It didn't fit their playstyle, so it was automatically labeled as a bad gun. At number 3 is the MTS255. It was just a really bad shotgun overall in comparison to the other ones. It had awful range and insanely high recoil. It could not get the one-shot kills like the FP6, and the fire rate and recoil was just way too high to compete with the Bulldog. There's nothing much to say about this gun, it was just bad overall. And moving on to number 2 is the PDW. 3-round burst pistol. It sounded so good before the game came out, and then when it came out the fire rate was just way too low. You could actually get one burst kills with this gun, but it was so rare and the fire rate was just so bad, it felt like a pea shooter to be completely honest. They did add the golden PDW later on, which was actually pretty damn good, but the burst fire version was just straight up awful. The number 1 on the list is the casted rocket launcher. Just bad. I don't know how many times I've pretty much direct impacted people and they haven't died. It's insane how weak this thing is. There's no other gun that I could place here, even if you could argue the Mark 32 was worse. I just never used that gun outside of when I got it from an ammo crate, and that was just, it was a troll. It was probably the worst gun to be fair, but nobody ever used it, so who cares, it was just irrelevant as well. The casted was used in gun game, and it lost me so many gun games because I couldn't get that goddamn kill with it. And that's why it's number 1 on the list. I hate it with a passion, and I know what you guys think about it. Do you agree with my list? If you don't, let me know down below, leave your own top 5. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.